Message begins right now. The Arcturians, through Suzanne Lai. Dear Arcturians, I have been in the midst of a great transition and have not yet settled into that now. However, I feel much more grounded now. Therefore, I was able to remember, hey Sue, why don't you just ask the Arcturian for assistance? So, finally, this morning, I asked them. I am sharing their answer with you. Dear Suzil, you are in the midst of great transition, both in your third-dimensional life, as well as in your multidimensional consciousness. You volunteered long ago, actually before you took this Earth vessel, to assist with planetary ascension. Of course, from your pre-birth location in the fifth dimension and beyond, your consciousness was attuned to a kinder, gentler reality. None of our brave volunteers had any idea how very difficult it would be to leave their fifth dimensional home, family, community and reality. To make things even more difficult, you, meaning the many you who volunteered to take an Earth vessel to assist Gaia, had no idea that you would forget your true self once you were surrounded by all the effluvia of the third dimension. You, Suzil, have written, channeled the experience of being a fifth dimensional being stranded in a third dimensional reality in your book, Preparing for First Contact, which is soon to be released. It is vital within this now that our volunteers to assist Gaia remember their higher dimensional life, that they are living simultaneously with their third dimensional Earth incarnation. It is one thing to just remember your higher dimensional reality as a faraway extension of who you used to be. However, it is an entirely different challenge to remember the high-dimensional realities of your multidimensional self, and remember how to come into direct and constant alignment with the higher frequencies of yourself. It is this conscious alignment with your higher dimensional self that we wish to directly address during our leadership training course. We asked you to entitle this course as Leadership Training, because, we the Arcturians, as well as all your galactic family, need leaders with whom we can directly align and work. Therefore, we the Arcturians, as well as our entire galactic family, will work with you to assist Gaia as an interdimensional team. By interdimensional team we mean that you will create an ongoing relationship with your fifth dimensional self, so that you can form an ongoing alliance between your third dimensional Earth vessel self and your fifth dimensional light body self. Before we continue, we ask anyone who is reading the message to close your eyes for a moment and feel Gaia's, planet Earth, as a living, loving, transmuting living being. We want you all to know that Gaia is preparing for first contact with her galactic family and desperately needs the assistance of her awakened humans to assist her to prepare for her planetary transition into being a fifth dimensional planet. Yes, just as you are preparing for being a fifth dimensional human, Gaia is preparing for being a fifth dimensional planet. Gaia has been alone and separated from her galactic family for many eons. Finally, the very humans that lowered her planetary consciousness by greatly damaging her planetary self are beginning to awaken, and or are awakened to their own fifth dimensional expressions of self. As humanity continues to awaken to their own fifth dimensional self, they are increasingly able to assist Gaia to return her fifth dimensional planet. It is for this reason that we, the Arcturians, have asked Suzil to provide a format to guide our dear human representatives to Earth to remember their own fifth dimensional self. Once the remembrance of their own fifth dimensional self is regained, they will be asked to remember why they chose to take a third-dimensional Earth vessel within this now. This memory will best be activated by reading stories of others similar awaking, such as in Suzil's newest book, Preparing for First Contact. This book is completed and will be given to all the students of our impending class to be used as a textbook. Suzil had no idea that that book that came through her would be the core of this multidimensional training course. However, Preparing for First Contact, begins with a normal person's realization that he is actually a fifth dimensional being who has volunteered to take an Earth vessel in order to assist Gaia with her planetary ascension. The first passages of this book is representative of all the persons on Gaia who are beginning to awaken to their self. I woke up this morning with a sentence in my ear, "Do you see us?" The message seemed so loud and clear that I instantly sat up and began to look around the room. Seeing nothing, I laid back down. As I was closing my eyes, I heard again, "Do you see us?" with a new determination, as this question was clearly not a part of a dream. I got out of bed and starting inspecting the room for the us that I was supposed to see. But, once again, I saw nothing. Finally, I decided that whether or not I had been dreaming, or was half asleep, I needed a drink of water. As I started to walk through my bedroom door towards the kitchen, I suddenly felt something. To my surprise, it felt like love. In fact, it felt like a kind of unconditional love that is very rare in daily life. From the soon-to-be-released book, Preparing for First Contact, through Suzanne Lai, we, the Arcturians, along with our galactic family, have much to say to any of our beloved family who has volunteered to take an Earth vessel during the now of planetary ascension. It is for this reason that we have asked Suzel and Shauna to create a format through which we, the members of your galactic family, can communicate directly with our dear volunteers to Earth. We realize that life on the Gaia's Earth can be very difficult during this now of social and planetary change. In fact, this change feels more like an upheaval. If you look in one of your third-dimensional dictionaries, you will find that the word upheaval is defined as a disturbance and up movement. The above definition is very suitable for many of our grounded ones within this now. You may have realized that we have repeatedly said, "within this now." We are using that wordage to assist our dear family who is on an away mission to Earth because we wish to assist you to remember that third-dimensional time does not exist on your starship or home world. You, our wonderful volunteers to assist planet Gaia, are multi-dimensional beings who are accustomed to resonating to the fifth-dimensional here and now. On your ship or homeworld, you primarily function via your fifth-dimensional resonance and often expand your awareness into the higher dimensions for rest and regeneration. Therefore, dear volunteers to take a third-dimensional Earth vessel, we deeply understand how very difficult it can be to live within the polarities and challenges of a third-dimensional reality. Unfortunately, cosmic law states that the darkest night is just before dawn. What is actually meant by this law is that before one can ascend into the next frequency of reality, one must go deeply into any darkness, fear and/or domination that they have ever experienced in or created in all of your incarnations in that dimension, to transmute them with the violet fire and love them free with your unconditional love. Our dear heroes, who have taken an Earth vessel to assist Gaia during her planetary ascension, are the bravest of the brave and the strongest of the strong. We knows that you may feel a bit beat up from your third-dimensional life. Therefore, we thank you again and again for your great sacrifice. We want you to know that we, the members of your galactic family, have not forgotten you. In fact, we look forward to meeting many of you during our multidimensional leadership training. We the Arcturians, along with all your higher dimensional expressions of self, will remind you, and guide you, to reconnect with your true multidimensional expression of self so that you can better remember your fifth-dimensional reality, connect and communicate with your fifth-dimensional reality. Visit your fifth-dimensional reality for rest and relief from the hardships of third-dimensional life. We will also assist you to awaken to the areas of your fifth-dimensional reality to which you have been assigned to awaken in order to prepare for first contact. Dear members of our Galactic Away team to assist Gaia, as well as all the humans who have remembered their higher dimensional self, we greatly appreciate the wonderful assistance that you have given. and or will give to the enormous process of planetary ascension. Unfortunately, there are still forces of darkness that fear Gaia's ascension. This fear because they know, and or believe, that their many power over others' deeds will leave them without a planet over which they can rule. These lost ones will likely continue to rule, but it will be within the darkness of the lower astral plane. Gaia is in the process of her planetary ascension. Therefore, her planetary resonance is transmuting into higher and higher frequencies. There are more and more humans who are recognizing this shift, as well as the many ways in which their reality is changing. However, as we said before, the darkest night is just before dawn. Therefore, there will be many last-minute attempts to stop Gaia's planetary ascension. Most of these attempts will be to frighten humanity, so that their fear will sink into the body of Gaia. It is for this reason that we are creating a multi-dimensional leadership training course to assist in training a group of ascending ones, assist to awaken those who still slumber, as well as to empower those who are ready and willing to assist with the ongoing planetary ascension. We remind you all that planetary time is very different than human time. Time is a third, fourth-dimensional marker to assist earthbound humans to have a format that brings them a sense of security and regularity. We say human time, as all of Gaia's other beings do not resonate to human time. Instead, they resonate to planetary time. One of the very important adaptations that humans will need to make is to be aware of and align with planetary time. We know that humans within your now still need to work and get money to survive and even prosper. But please remember that money spent can teach and heal, as effectively as it can control and destroy. In fact, as Gaia moves more and more into her fifth-dimensional resonance, the use of money, gold or a form of material exchange will end, to be replaced replicators, which can be used to create anything that you need. By the time Gaia fully resonates to the fifth dimension, money will become obsolete, as all fifth-dimensional societies have the ability to create all that they need off of their personal replicator. In fact, replicators are now available to all humanity, but they are hidden along with the many inventions that are available now, but are being concealed from masses, and are only available to the few. In fact, the replicator is among the many third-dimensional secrets that have not yet been released to give comfort and support to those in need and or humanity as a collective. However, as more and more humans expand their consciousness to embrace the higher fourth and fifth dimensions, they will easily be able to perceive, as well as correct the third-dimensional power of others' issues. With the fifth-dimensional and beyond realities, injustice does not exist, as there is nowhere for it to hide. Everyone in the fifth dimension can read everyone's aura, so any form of lying cannot exist. Everything is shared with everyone, so there is no competition or selfishness. Dear ascending humans, an amazing, light-filled, and unconditionally loving reality is merging into your reality. Remember that you will find what you look for, so search for unconditional love and multidimensional light. Then, that is what you will find. Best of all, that is what you will live. We, the Arcturians, as well as your entire galactic family, salute you for your great courage and commend you for your enormous patience. Please remember that we, your galactic family, are preparing for first contact with Gaia's global reality. It is through this first contact that you, the stewards of the planet, will usher in the galactic age of Gaia's fifth-dimensional society. We the Arcturians invite you to join us. End of the message. Much love to all of you soul sisters, brothers. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell to get notified moment by moment. Watch DNA Awakening previous videos for a universal understanding. New subscribers will be updated with the latest articles and informations. We hope this channel has helped you discover where to start on your actual spiritual path. It's a good karma to put a like, comment, subscribe and share with your beloved ones. Leave your suggestion in the field below. All the love to you, beautiful.